Peace Collective, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. I missed you guys so much. My apologies for the delay on the readings. I've had a lot going on personally, and I don't think it's fair for me to get on here and share my energy with you all through readings if my energy isn't all the way right. So I appreciate y'all so much for your continued support and your patience when it comes to these uploads. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys do join, and I can't thank you guys enough for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. If you guys are ever interested in personals, I do offer them. All the information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this channel is not specific to any particular zodiac sign. Each and every zodiac sign is welcomed here with opened arms, okay? Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. If the message does not apply, please let it fly. Readings are very timeless. So if this is not the reading for you today, that's totally fine. There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into and to check out. At the time of this recording, we are still in Sagittarius season. So shout out to any of you Sagittarians out there. Happy birthday to y'all. You could have Sagittarius in your chart somewhere. You could be involved with one. If not, it does not matter. If you are here in this reading, then you're here for a reason, okay? Make sure you guys leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free to do so. Share if you care, if you resonate with the message, you like the vibes here on the channel, subscribe. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family, okay? At the time of this recording, as you guys can tell by the title, this is going to be a full moon in Gemini reading. As you guys know, if you are familiar with my channel, I like to take my time and take notes and highlight certain themes that you guys should pay attention to, or certain things to look out for or be mindful of during certain lunation periods. So shout out to the Geminis too. You could have Gemini in your birth chart. You could be involved with one. Again, it does not matter, okay? This full moon in Gemini is taking place December 3rd into December 4th. So at the time of this recording, within the next 24 to 48 hours. So we're already in the shadow period, and then the post-shadow period of this full moon lunation should last up until at least December 7th or the 8th. So this particular full moon in Gemini is ruled by the second decan, okay? So the second decan of Gemini is represented in tarot by the Nine of Swords. If you guys are familiar with tarot, the Nine of Swords can talk about anxiety. It's not the most favorable card, okay? Mental noise, feeling a little stressed out, overthinking, overanalyzing sometimes, having a lot going on in the mental space, okay? Gemini is a mutable air sign, and it's also ruled by Mercury. So a lot of mental work going on with the Gemini energy here, okay? Please be mindful of things feeling or coming off a little emotionally chaotic, okay? The full moon in general, regardless of what sign it's in, you talk about revelations, illuminating things that maybe were hidden, a culmination period of the last 28 to 31 days, and heightened intuition as well, right? Full moons always kind of bring extreme downloads, and again, heightened intuition, heightened sensitivity, heightened emotions. However, that being paired with an air sign like Gemini, which is very mental, be mindful of that mental noise. Again, that Nine of Swords energy, feeling a little overwhelmed, anxious, okay? Again, emotionally chaotic a little bit. And I want to highlight too, again, the full moon can be an illumination period of things that get revealed to us. Things being exposed, essentially, right? But this lunation period, with it being in Gemini, it may not come through as intuitive downloads or just those spirited gut feelings like it would under, say, for example, a full moon in Pisces or a full moon in Cancer. Again, Gemini is a lot more mental and a lot more tangible, okay? So this is going to be more finding out information or getting clarity, getting answers through means of open communication or through means of social media, gossip, right? Passing along information through means of words, text, emails, right? Writing and things like that. So say, for example, you are in the middle of a conversation with somebody and they say something that sparks a new idea or sparks curiosity, or again, reveals something that maybe you were already thinking or pondering or curious about days prior. So just in the means of that conversation, whether it be verbally, through text, email, whatever, again, downloads or highlights or revelations through those means. So be mindful and pay close attention to the conversations you're having, okay, whether it be with strangers, overhearing other people's conversations, the gossip you guys are watching or listening to, things like that, okay? That's where you're going to get a lot of your revelations from. So be mindful of that. Gemini is also a sign of duality. It's an adaptable sign, okay? It's mutable, which means it kind of fit into any room. Gemini, I feel like it's this negative connotation about being a shapeshifter sometimes. So that can be a gift and a curse at the same time. But Gemini brings us the energy of choices, right? Duality, and beware of heavy anxiety and information overload. Again, Gemini is more mental, okay? It can be very chatterboxy, a lot of gossip. It's always wanting to find something out or seek knowledge. But sometimes, again, with this full moon energy, things being a little more extreme or heightened, that can lead to information overload. So be mindful of you guys kind of needing to funnel out the noise, and also blocking out any white noise that may be a distraction from your vision or what your goal is, okay? So if you're going to be tunnel vision, it's going to be very important to block out and funnel out the noise, especially any noise that is creating anxiety or overwhelming energy for you. Okay, it's really a good full moon to kind of be more mindful and pay attention to what can ground you versus having you up in your head sporadic, okay? Reveal and release whatever is overwhelming you at this time. You guys may start to feel this, and if it's not you, it could be people around you as well, people that influence you in your day-to-day life. Restlessness, argumentative energy, right? People may have a lot to say at this time, or you may have the need to have a lot to say, especially when it comes to your emotional expression. So be mindful that it's not coming out as, again, argumentative or anxiety ridden. Make sure your thoughts and your ideas and your emotions have some type of, I guess, clear path or trajectory to them, and they're not, again, sporadic and chaotic. If not you, again, maybe other people around you could be in that energy. Heightened curiosity. You guys may have this need or this desire to seek new knowledge, or even this desire randomly. Just, you may wake up one day and say, hey, I think I want to switch careers, or I think I'm going to put my knowledge to the test and challenge myself and do something different when it comes to work or career. Heavy emotions wanting to be expressed. You guys may find yourselves in a lot more serious, informative conversations as well. Again, if not you, then other people around you. You may find yourself asking and answering more questions. Again, that Gemini energy seeks knowledge. It wants to know the truth, and it's a lot more pay attention to detail as well to get to that truth. So if you guys find yourself asking more questions, do that. This is not a bad time frame to ask ourselves more questions and ask other people more questions as well. So don't shy away from that. No question is a stupid question. Okay, whether it be friend groups, parents, significant others, the workplace, whatever it's about, no question is a stupid question, okay? Heightened curiosity is not a mistake at this time. And also, too, I think something that people don't talk about a lot with air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, as somebody with 5 Aquarius placements, a Libra, and a Gemini placement, the ego does not get talked about enough when it comes to air signs. So Gemini, full moon lunation, and again, Gemini talks about duality, having choices, right? The sister signs. This is a really good lunation period to try to find that balance between what your spirit wants and what your ego wants. And I think this time period is going to be really highlighted where you guys are going to possibly have these choices or these opportunities presented to you, but it's going to be very, I don't want to say difficult, but it may be a little difficult for some of you guys to discern between what your spirit wants and what your ego wants from you. So finding the balance between two is going to be very important, okay? So say, for example, like in a relationship, maybe your spirit is asking to free yourself, or your spirit is telling you to look for something better, or you deserve more, you deserve better. Or maybe your ego, whether that be fear-based ego, lack of confidence ego, insecurity ego, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, maybe for some people even narcissism takes over the ego. That's telling you to stay, conform, be comfortable. Okay, so find the balance between what your spirit and what your ego is asking of you at this time. Again, heavy emotions, wanting to be expressed and having a lot to say. Okay, because Gemini can be a bit of a chatterbox energy, right? So don't be afraid to say what you have to say, but find the grounding in it, find the balance in it, so it's not so sporadic and chaotic, like I mentioned before. You may also have the desire to tighten up your routine a little bit, increase self-care, keeping things tidy, and releasing procrastination. That's one thing about Geminis I feel like that also doesn't get talked about a lot, is this, it seems to be like this hunch to procrastinate a little bit. But I think that with the Gemini Mercury energy, that's more of a mental overthinking thing than it really is physically procrastinating, because a Gemini, whether you're a Gemini or not, doesn't matter. Just Gemini energy can be fast moving, it can take action, but I think the mental overlay and over analyzing, overthinking, again, an anxiety energy behind it can create procrastination. So be mindful of that. Another really cool thing I like about Gemini energy is that it's very like neat and tidy and clean. I don't know if you guys have Geminis in your life or you have Gemini in your chart, but Geminis can be very like particular about their space. So if you find yourself tidying up or having like these OCD moments, don't be surprised, especially if it comes to like sensory overload with your emotions and things feeling a little bit quote unquote too cluttered. Don't be surprised if you're kind of like switching up your office space, your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, whatever it is, okay? And again, releasing procrastination and increased self-care. I already mentioned this, sudden desire to seek new knowledge in your work or career. Another thing too that's going on with full moons are always opposite of the sun. So the sun is in Sagittarius right now. We have Venus in Sagittarius and Mars in Sagittarius. So that Sagittarius energy opposing Gemini, that's interesting, okay? I will say this, don't feel bad about wanting to be alone, okay? And connecting with yourself, because Sagittarius can be more of like the bigger picture, right? Travel, get out there, being adventurous. And again, Gemini is very social, want to talk, communicate, be in everybody's business kind of. But I feel like with the opposition going on, again, the opposition is not really the most favorable aspect. Don't feel bad about wanting to be alone, okay? And connecting with yourself. Don't feel bad about saying no to Sally or Johnny to going out to the bar this weekend or whatever it may be. Don't feel bad about taking off this tomorrow at work if you really genuinely don't have the energy to be there, okay? Healthy boundaries. Saturn and Neptune are squaring this full moon in Gemini. Squaring is not a good aspect either. That can create a lot of challenges. So I feel like Spirit is going to be asking you during this lunation period to keep healthy boundaries, and don't feel bad about those boundaries either, okay? There might be this conflict between feeling seen and wanting to be out there, but also wanting solitude. Like you may want to feel included in certain activities or certain family activities, working environments, friend group activities, whatever it may look like for you guys. But in the same breath, there could be like this imbalance of feeling included and wanting solitude. But whatever, again, ego and spirit, do whatever your spirit is telling you to do, okay? Don't let your ego drag you down a path that you really don't want to be on, all right? So pay attention to that. Again, Gemini energy is very communicative. It's very open and honest and clear, straightforward for the most part. Communicate what you need. What does balance look like for you? And also, too, really getting down to the nitty gritty and getting to the root of the issue. Because again, Gemini is very detail oriented. It's very thirsty for knowledge, to seek more, to learn more, to know more, to get to the truth. Okay, and again, full moons are about releasing, revealing, illuminating, right? And in this case with Gemini, if you guys can figure out, or even having other people around you, again, with downloads and illumination coming through open communication and your social interactions as well, where can you guys find balance and really get to the root of an emotional issue that you're experiencing right now in the Gemini part of your life? Okay, so if you have Gemini that rules your 3rd house, you could have Gemini ruling your 7th house, your 1st house. Make sure you guys are looking at your birth chart to really distinguish where Gemini is at, and this is where these themes may show up more for you. Okay, also too, again, Gemini is about adaptability, being versatile, being able to fit in any space. What can you evolve into or out of? Of course, full moons are always about releasing what is no longer serving you. So if you guys can be adaptable or tap more into that, shoot for the stars, essentially is what I want to say. Again, what can you evolve into and what can you evolve out of? Don't get too comfortable. If you guys are comfortable, you may realize or recognize yourself getting very uncomfortable, okay, and finding the need to do something about it, right? Also too, what is your relationship with detachment and surrender? Also, control and power issues. There's a trine, which is a positive aspect. There's a trine going on between this full moon in Gemini and Pluto, which is stationed in Aquarius. Pluto can talk about control issues, right? Dominance, sometimes secrecy, mysticism, power and control, dominance, and things like that. Sometimes Gemini energy can be a little bit controlling. So where are you guys highlighting in this time frame? Where can you surrender and let go of control issues? Wherever you guys are having too much control issues in or having a vice grip on, that might be why it's not manifesting or turning into what you want it to. Okay, let go a little of too much control when in whatever area of life you have that issue. Okay, because we all do in some aspect. And dedication to surrender. You know, don't rush something either. Gemini energy, like I mentioned earlier, can be very fast paced. It just wants to go, talk, you know, just move on to the next thing. The next thing, gets bored very quickly. So stop rushing. Okay, you guys are exactly where you need to be at the exact time. Okay, what is meant for you will not pass you by, and what is meant for you will not come with control issues, having a vice grip on the outcome, or again, rushing, or even comparing yourself to other people. You know, it's kind of giving that energy of keeping up with the Joneses almost, you know. There's no need to do that. There's no need to do that. You're exactly where you need to be at the right time. So don't rush. Just kind of let things flow. And again, don't allow that Gemini rushing, mental, chaotic energy to take too much control, okay, of what the full moon in general wants from you. Again, recognizing something, release, revelation as well to whatever is no longer serving you. And if it's something as simple as, again, overthinking, overanalyzing to the point where you're procrastinating, if it's something that simple, okay, so recognize it and do what you got to do to release it, okay? So that's enough of my spiel, you guys. That is enough of my spiel. We're going to get into the Moonology cards like I usually do during these lunation cycles. We're going to get a couple of these, and then we'll dive into a different oracle deck and some tarot to clarify, okay? So let's get some clear and concise messages, please, for the collective at this time. Please and thank you. Ooh. Conclusions are within reach. Okay, so it says a full moon eclipse. Very nice. I'm not really sure when the next eclipse is. I know there's a solar eclipse happening in February in the sign of Aquarius, but as far as like the next lunar eclipse, I'm not sure, but it says conclusions are within reach. And as you guys know, full moons, like I just said, right, release. So let's see, what is this about though? And this could be in any aspect of your life. And please keep in mind, tarot and oracle is very fluid. So if you know I'm not talking about you, I could be talking about somebody else around you at this time, okay? Some of you guys could be trying to come up with a conclusion or maybe a solution to a certain problem you're having, whether it be financially, emotionally, okay? The conclusions are within reach. Maybe you guys are wrapping up a cycle. Let me see, what is this, please? Oh, wow. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Interesting. So 2 eclipse energies. So something major could be going on or being eclipsed out of your life at this time, collective. I almost said Aquarius again. So maybe an Aquarius could be important. You could just have that in your birth chart somewhere. But yeah, expect powerful change. Wow. And new moons are kind of like at the very almost pretty much polar opposite of a full moon, right? New moons are about setting intentions and manifesting and kind of like planting those seeds. And the full moon is a culmination of all of those seeds you've been planting, right? 2121 on the timer. Expect powerful change. Now, maybe something here won't necessarily change until something here is concluded or, again, eclipsed out of your life or maybe even illuminated, okay? Because when the new moon phase comes around, the moon is, you can't see it. So maybe something here, someone is trying to show you something, or something here, again, is being illuminated to you that is going to, in turn, create some type of powerful change here. Let's see. What is this about? Someone could be going to like the eye doctor here, or someone could need to go to the eye doctor, because this kind of looks like a pupil or something to me right now. Okay, why is this here, please? New moon eclipse. Wow. Why is it here, please? Adjustments are required. Yeah, 3rd quarter moon. Okay, a lot of purple showing up here too. Something about the crown chakra could be important. Someone's favorite color could be purple. Okay. Adjustments are required. And I was just saying that, like something about a conclusion is coming into reach or a solution to something. But maybe it was something you didn't see before, you guys, you know? And you're seeing it now, or someone around you is seeing something clearly now that they were maybe blind to, or it was blocked out at one point. Okay, adjustments are required. So it's kind of coming through as if you want something to change, collective. What are you willing to do to change in order for your situation or your environment to change? Or you could be telling someone else this information, you know? Adjustments are required, you know, and Gemini energy, again, is a very adaptable, it's a mutable sign, it's very versatile. So it usually is not afraid to make changes or adjustments, you know. Let me get one more of this, please. 3rd quarter moon, the 3rd day of a month could be important. Maybe the month of March could be significant. Okay, why is this here, please? And the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, full moon in Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn season is coming up too. December into January, you guys could have Capricorn in your chart. Okay, yeah, luck is on your side. And then the new moon in Sagittarius. We were just talking about Sagittarius energy. But this is definitely giving me like a major ending of something, you guys. And it doesn't have to be like doom and gloom. You know, sometimes endings are really blessings in disguise, you know. So this could be like a good omen for some of you guys. And it almost feels very like positive. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel daunting. It doesn't feel like something you're not ready to let go of anyway for some of y'all, okay? The end of a tough cycle approaches. And Capricorn energy is very stable. It's reliable. It's a cardinal sign. It's not afraid to take action. Okay, good with the money too. So you guys will be closing out a cycle at a job or in a particular career. And I mentioned that earlier in my notes. I don't know if you guys kind of skip around in the reading, but if you watch the intro with my notes for the full moon in Gemini, I mentioned that, how you guys may feel this sudden desire or want or need to change when it comes to your career, or what you're doing for work or money. Okay, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Very nice. So let's get into a different deck. You know, I'm going to get into What's the Gossip. I haven't used this one in a while. Okay, we'll get into this. Why is this here? Conclusions are within reach. Again, full moon and eclipse. Why is this here? Ooh, a status upgrade. I wasn't even done shuffling, but very nice. Okay, career advancement. Some of you guys could be social media influencers or something like that. New achievements, improved social standing, lifestyle elevation, and next level. Okay, so someone here could be getting an upgrade, whether that be a living scenario upgrade, a job upgrade, maybe even just updating your hair, your style, your wardrobe, and things like that. Okay, but someone could be like a CEO of a company or like run a really big business or something like that. But it says conclusions are within reach. Now, for some of you guys, I know this is different for everybody. Everyone's story is different. Some of you guys could be making a transition or a change. And it's like the career you were in, you were already making really good money. Maybe you were like, again, an owner or at the top of the totem pole, maybe the top salesperson or whatever. But maybe even this, making great money, it's still not satisfying you in a particular sense. Okay, sometimes, and people will say money doesn't buy happiness, which I agree with, because again, you could have all the money in the world, be the top person at a company, this, that, and the third, but something still is not hitting in a particular aspect for some of you guys. But I feel like something here has to end first, or a cycle has to close first for some of you guys. Okay, again, what are you willing to adjust or change in your environment in order for your environment to change, Yeah, lifestyle elevation. Some of you guys can just simply be making more money here, What is expect powerful change? For some of you guys, this powerful change is this status upgrade. Okay, I'm hearing something about like valet. Someone could do valet driving, or someone drives a nice car and they're gonna need valet to park their car. Okay, what is this? Expect powerful change. New moon, eclipse. Okay, bounce back. Okay, I think that's a song. Big Sean. Somebody's name could be Sean. First, middle, or last. I think Big Sean's an Aries. I'm not sure, but it says bounce back. Yeah, resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again. You can't keep me down. So for some of you guys, this status upgrade was like a long time coming, is what it's giving. Maybe you guys really went through something, or again, like you had to close out a chapter or close out a cycle, and it could have really put you through the ringer, or maybe someone around you is bouncing back in a more powerful energy. Okay. Resilience after setbacks. Someone here could be like working out more, changing their eating habits as well, as what I'm seeing here. Maybe for some of you guys, like getting back in the gym, or maybe again, just kind of redirecting or changing your focus is a bounce back or a status upgrade for you. Okay. Like you're not the same person you were maybe a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago, 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah. What did he say in that song? Last night I took an L, but tonight I bounced back. So some of you guys might have taken an L, a few L's for some of you guys, but you're bouncing back, or you already have, or you're about to. You're in this season of about to bounce back. Some of you guys are not even expecting this powerful change. Like for real, for real. Like you don't even see this coming. It's kind of how it's coming through. Why is this here? Adjustments are required. Ooh, hopeless romantic. Okay, believing in fairy tales. Yeah. Idealizing love. Okay, some of you guys could be watching like romantic comedies or something like that. It says forever dreaming, constantly waiting. Yeah, adjustments are required. Maybe some of you guys are, not everybody, okay? Some of you guys maybe are looking for some type of adjustment or change in your romantic relationship. Yeah, commitment issues. Okay. Maybe you or someone else around you is like maybe like believing in fairy tales. Or maybe some of you guys are like looking at a particular person, place, thing, or scenario with like, I don't want to say it this way, but like a little bit of rose-colored goggles. And again, I feel like there's something here that's like not hitting the way that you want it to, or the way that you need it to, or again, someone else around you. Okay, someone could be watching you as well, and it's like they just have to make some certain adjustments or changes before they come into your life. Maybe that's what this bounce back status upgrade energy is. Okay, some of you guys could be in this energy of like, you know, I love you, you love me, or whatever this is. Put yourself where you see fit, but it's like changes are necessary. Something here has to change. Or like, I love this job, you know, I love the people at this job, but something here has to change. Okay, what is this? The end of a tough cycle approaches. What is this about, please? Full moon in Capricorn. What is this about? Cuffing season. Okay, what is this about? And then no filter. Speaking your truth is at the bottom. Okay, heavy Gemini energy with that. Speaking your truth, no filter, right? Someone here doesn't beat around the bush. But December 25th is on this calendar, so something about Christmas time could be important. Again, Capricorn season. But it says temporary relationships, seasonal companionship, short-term warmth until spring. I'm going to get one more on this. So again, someone here may be like a little too comfortable. Some of you guys could be like in a tough cycle in a marriage or in a long-term relationship. And again, maybe some of you guys are just in this out of like comfortability, or someone around you is in this out of comfortability possibly. Okay. Or for some of you guys, this could even be like a relationship here that was very temporary. It wasn't supposed to last this long. And maybe either you or the other person on the other end of the stick is making some type of changes here to make something more long lasting, more long term with this Capricorn energy, because Capricorn is that's Saturn energy, long term. It works hard. Okay. It creates stability. Temporary, seasonal stuff is not long term. So someone here could be going from, again, this cuffing season, seasonal, temporary stuff to something more long term. Or maybe that's what you guys want. That's the change you want. But again, some of y'all may have to close out a cycle first in order to get to that, you know? We got one more on this, please. What is cuffing season? Unbothered. Okay. Peace despite chaos. Calm attitude. Detachment from negativity. Not my drama. Yeah, and I was just talking about that in the very beginning of the reading with my notes, like kind of avoiding or paying attention to like mental chaos or a lot of mental noise, a lot of white noise in the background. Don't let the white noise or distractions take you off course or take you out of balance, essentially. Some of you guys may be, again, like ending a tough cycle with a chaotic relationship, and you guys are just cool, calm, and collected, and you're detaching. I think I asked that earlier in my notes. What is your relationship like with detachment? What does that look like for you, you know? We're gonna get into the tarot, you guys. If this is making any sense to y'all, definitely leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free, 99. But yeah, some of you guys can be very unbothered, and I mentioned this earlier, it's like a tough cycle is coming to an end. There's a conclusion in reach here. And for some of you guys, whatever this ending is, it's something that maybe you weren't too worried about ending anyway. It's like you were good with it, you were cool without it. It's kind of almost giving indifferent. Whether, again, that be a relationship with a significant other, relationship with a job, relationship with parents, friends. Okay. Well, let's see. Why is this here, please? Again, status upgrade, new achievements. Conclusions are within reach. Some of you guys getting like a raise or a promotion or going into a whole new career field that is going to really like elevate them. Okay, either you or someone around you. Why is this here, please? Ooh. 8 of Cups. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Another full moon energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Again, I feel like for some of y'all, like ego is keeping you somewhere when it's like your spirit is in a whole nother place. You know, it's like your ego is in one boat and then your spirit is in the same boat but paddling in another direction. I hope that makes sense. So some of y'all are literally like leaving a really good paying job or a great position, but it's just not satisfying you anymore. Again, like not everybody gets satisfaction just off of $1. You know what I'm saying? So you can make all the money in the world and still not be satisfied. So I definitely see someone here walking away from a career or a job. Or again, once you walk away and leave something alone that's not really serving you emotionally, that's when like the status upgrade comes. Okay, look, star, maybe an Aquarius here could be important. I mentioned that earlier. Wish fulfillment, dream come true, status upgrade, you know, literally celebrity status with the star card. It rises here, please. Some of y'all may get offered the opportunity to travel for work as well, is what I'm seeing here. Six of Cups. Again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And there goes that full moon in Gemini energy, the Nine of Swords. Some of you guys are stressing out about releasing something, or someone from your past could be stressing out about this as well. You might have closed out a cycle with someone here that's a memory, okay? And they want to reconcile here, or this is you maybe wanting to reconcile with somebody from your past. They think about you a lot. Someone here is in heavy, deep thought about you, it looks like, or you are in very heavy, deep thought about a decision here. Some of you guys may even go back to doing something that you used to do in the past, or getting more into your creative bag. Okay. Interesting. Some of you guys are a little bit stressed out about a career change. But don't be so stressed out, because I get it though. I get it. It could feel kind of very like high pressure. But some of you guys have to like just trust a little bit more. Have a little bit more faith here is what I'm seeing as well. Someone may try to gift you something to try to keep you around, or incentivize you to keep you around in any aspect. Friendship, relationship, workplace. But it's going to be up to you, again, what adjustments are you willing to make to see the adjustments or the changes you want to see in your environment. You know, yeah, and the Six of Cups, someone here can want to offer you something, okay? Childhood innocence can be important as well. Some of you guys could work with children. Maybe you're again, transitioning or evolving out of that, okay? What is this powerful change? Bounce back. Some of you guys may have already experienced this powerful change, and you're working your way and adjusting through it, right? Why is this here, please? Can't keep me down. Okay, I'm hearing Rick Ross. I don't know why I'm hearing Rick Ross. These haters can't hold me back. Something like that, okay? I could be a rapper. Knight of Wands. Sag energy, yeah. Again, travel. They can talk about taking action, being brave. A lot of fast movement. A little impulsive as well, but I mentioned that earlier about not rushing. Okay, Knight of Wands can be a little impulsive. Don't rush, because again, like I mentioned way before, you guys, something here that is meant for you, no matter what it is going to be for you, no matter how long it takes. There's no need to rush. Again, I see someone here like being very active, working out, getting out there again. Someone could literally be moving across state lines or something like that. Okay, or this could be even someone here trying to take action towards you. Maybe, again, you walked away from somebody, you had a status upgrade, you're doing things differently now, or this could be someone in your energy collective. Again, put yourself where you see fit. You could be viewing someone in this manner. And someone wants to like rush in and take some type of action towards you. Okay, what is this? Maybe for some of you, this powerful change, this bounce back could be more confidence, being more brave. You know, not allowing, again, that Nine of Swords energy, analysis paralysis, overthinking to lead to procrastination. Okay, this Knight of Wands is not procrastinating. They're taking action. Okay, what is this? Someone may be traveling towards you, or you could be traveling to somebody. Travel plans. Mercury is back direct now, so if y'all are traveling, you know, that should be a little bit more seamless at this time. What is this? Knight of Wands, please. Wow, Judgment again. Libra, Scorpio. Ooh. Devil in the reverse. I don't even read reversals. Wow. Maybe a Leo or a Capricorn. Okay, the devil's in the reverse though. Sun here, again, revelation, exposure, things coming to light, happy times, brighter days ahead. Someone here wants to reconcile with you, collective. The Judgment card can talk about forgiveness. And with this Devil card in the reverse, it's definitely that really coincides with this bounce back energy. Someone here could be releasing negativity, negative thought patterns, maybe a karmic tie, karmic relationship, releasing toxic behaviors. Okay. I just got this vibe. Someone here could like be trying to work on not cursing anymore. Wow, yeah. And the Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. So something here you guys are releasing or letting go of. And that can be, again, as simple as a negative thought process, negative self-down talk, right? For others of you, it could be like a literal karmic attachment here. It's literally leading to like brighter days and a lot of fucking money. Ten of Pentacles, I literally see someone moving, maybe buying a property, selling a property, making a lot of money. Someone here could work in the field of real estate, literally. But based on what's here, yeah, the Judgment card, someone here, collective, first of all, I want to say this. Forgive yourself. If there's something here that you're holding on to and you haven't forgiven yourself for it, it's time to do that, okay? I don't know why I just got that as a download, but that can be, again, with this bounce back energy. You know, you guys could be kind of holding back your own powerful change because you haven't forgiven yourself. If you haven't forgiven yourself, that could be the reason why some of you guys may feel a little stagnated or this uncertainty about which direction to go. If that sounds like you, that's very specific. But someone here could have literally, in your energy that you blocked out, you haven't heard from them, they had some type of status upgrade or a level up, mindset change, release, something, and they want to reconcile, okay? The Judgment is like a wake-up call or second chances, forgiveness. Someone here could have had a major wake-up call about something. I see someone even here like eclipsing or maybe getting out of this Knight of Wands energy, which can be a little, again, impulsive, or I don't want to say for the streets, but, you know, someone who can get around a little bit, you know, hanging out with Jenny today and hanging out with Maria in the next 48 hours. And then they got another bitch on the side, you know. Okay, yeah. Someone could be eclipsing that energy out of their life because they want something more stable, more long-term. Four of Wands, I mentioned that earlier. Getting out of this cuffing season energy, right? Temporary comforts for something more long-term. Either you or someone else around you. And this is like a major wake-up call for somebody. And especially if it's somebody from your past, collective, okay? What is this hopeless romantic? Again, I have adjustments are required. It says believing in fairy tales. Some of you guys, you could have this energy toward a job, if not a particular person. Like, wow, I've been here for so long. I see the potential. This and that and the third is going to change. I just got to stick it out and wait. That's great and all, but what is being shown to you right now? What is being shown to you at this moment in time? What has already been shown to you over the last 3 months, 6 months, last few weeks? You know, that's great to have potential or have this, I guess you can say, idea of what something or someone could be or what they quote unquote should be, whatever that is, right? But if that's not what's being presented to you right now, we can't do shit about what could be. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that makes sense. Yeah, the what could be sounds amazing and it looks great. But again, if it's not what's going on right now at this moment in time for you, then what needs to change? Again, adjustments are required either from you or someone else around you, okay? Or someone is having this wake-up call or realization that adjustments are required. Otherwise, they're going to lose out. They're going to miss out. Or they're going to be a thing of the past. Okay? I keep saying they, so this could have to do with, again, like another person here. What is this? Hopeless romantic? Strength card. Okay? Again, maybe a Leo could be important. Someone here may need to make an adjustment when it comes to their confidence level. Their security level, you know. The Strength card can talk about having courage. Maybe sometimes even holding back a little bit because the lion, like cats are scared, he's got his tail tucked. So that can kind of indicate like a little bit of fear or being tamed even. someone could be trying to like tame their thoughts or their feelings for you, or maybe this is you, collective. Okay, this Gemini full moon, like I mentioned way earlier in the reading, could ignite a lot of heavy emotions, and those emotions may come out by having a lot to say in a very sporadic, chaotic way. So some of you guys may be needing to be a little more cool, calm, and collected and gather your thoughts before you express them. Okay? What is the strength part about? And again, I see someone here having to work on like their confidence as well. All right, here, please. Some of you guys could already be confident as well. Maybe you're not, maybe you don't lack confidence. It's just maybe, again, ego could be getting in the way. It could be as simple as that. Or someone else's ego may have gotten in the way here. Yeah, Chariot, Cancer. Cancer and Leo. That's an interesting dynamic. The Chariot. That's like moving on, moving forward. A lot of strength, vitality. Someone who's very like determined to overcome obstacles as well. Someone here could be a police officer, like a paramedic or something. Yeah, I see someone here wants to move forward and take action. Some of you guys could be getting a new car here as well. Congratulations. This is like the car you've dreamed of or you've wanted for a very long time. Congrats. But yeah, I see someone here that was like holding back at a time. Either you or someone else around you is finally kind of letting that go. It's kind of like having a realization that, hey, like if I don't step up or speak up or, again, make certain adjustments, then I could lose out. So someone that's kind of having that wake-up call or that realization is what it's giving here. And someone could literally be just honestly like, I don't want to say like hopelessly in love with you, but it's kind of giving like someone could have a lot of feelings for you and they're just not letting it go. Or this could be you. But again, if what they're showing you or what they've presented to you is not what you need from them at this point in time, then adjustments are required. And if this person is not making the required adjustments, then it's either you either hold back or and move on, right? Or you guys stick it out and have the strength to work it out with this person, because something could really work out in your favor and move forward in a very successful manner is what I'm seeing. But adjustments are required. Simple as that. Okay, either from you or another person. And only you guys would know what those adjustments are. And this full moon in Gemini is a perfect time to go ahead and express what changes you need, what balance you need. Okay, either from yourself or from another individual. Yeah, wow. 4 of Wands. Again, a reunion, maybe even marriage. Think about the home life and the lovers here. 2 of Swords. Okay, don't ignore what your intuition is telling you. Don't ignore what your heart or your feelings are telling you. Okay, I see you guys being at a little bit of a crossroads here when it comes to like a romantic partner or a marriage or making a decision. I see that a choice has been very hard to make here for some of you. The Lover's card, again, Gemini, be an Aries, Leo, Sag, or Libra. Again, heavy Capricorn, Leo. I have Cancer here as well. Okay, what is this? Cuffing season. Again, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Cuffing season, temporary relationships. Okay, for some of you guys, maybe this cycle was very just temporary. It was just fun and games. It was just like friends with benefits for some of y'all. And either you or this other person, they want that cycle to change, okay? Or this is the type of energy they've been in. And maybe you've been just kind of like, or the other person, wherever you guys are at in this dynamic, someone here is very unbothered. And it's like, well, until you're ready to settle down or take me seriously, I am not entertaining it. Okay, so some of you guys could be, again, setting very healthy boundaries at this time as well, which is going to be important. Okay. Rises here, please. Something about Christmas is important, or Capricorn season is going to be very significant for a lot of you, is what I'm seeing here. Okay. What is this, please? Seasonal companionship, short-term warmth. Oh, wow. Okay. The star is showing up again, and you have the Ace of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, very heavy here. So the star, This is another reconciliation card, okay? Another energy of forgiveness, a wish fulfillment, even. Celebrity status, being star of the show, center of attention. The star card is also a really like good card to see when you're healing spiritually, even healing physically. I see someone here could have had like some type of surgery, or someone here may get like some type of good news from the doctor, is what I'm seeing. Like the end of a tough cycle health wise could be approaching, and I see someone healing here. So congratulations. Oh yeah, I definitely see someone here wants to talk. Collective, you are too funny. It's like somebody here is like acting unbothered, but they have a lot to say. This could be you or like someone else. I feel like I'm talking to myself right now. But Queen of Cups, yeah. Ace of Swords, somebody here wants to talk. Like they want to communicate or reconcile with you. This could be you or someone else, or this is the energy you're already in with somebody right now. Again, like you love this person, they love you. Wish fulfillment, dream come true, like smiling from ear to ear, right? With this Nine of Cups. But again, it's kind of giving something needs to change before you walk away, or something needs to change before this person walks away. Again, put yourself where you see fit. I see a very like clear cut, honest conversation being had here with this Ace of Swords. Now, some of you guys may be left unbothered for real. And it's like, okay, that's great, but what do you want me to do with that? You know, it's kind of how it's coming through. There could be like a new opportunity here, as far as like romance goes, or a relationship. Again, healing of relationship. So some of you guys may really just be faced with the choice here, or decision. Again, that full moon in Gemini, you're having realizations, or maybe the conversations you're even having with this particular person are showing you that, again, something here needs to give, or something here needs to change, or someone here wants to have like a new, fresh, clean slate with you. And I see a relationship healing here, or maybe even getting to like a new phase and a better place. Yeah, King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. It's giving somebody here wants to settle down and provide. It's like they take you very seriously, or you take someone very seriously here, collective. And it's giving like, yeah, marriage, settling down. The King of Pentacles is 9 times out of 10 married. Queen of Cups, married or in a relationship at the least, you know. Very compassionate. Someone likes how you're a really good listener. Some of you guys could be getting advice from a mother figure here as well about how to approach a certain situation. Wow, yeah, I see someone here like really wants to heal something with you, or I see someone's finances being healed here as well. Some of you guys may be healing a relationship with a father figure or a mother figure. But wow, it's kind of giving like someone like really wants to say something or express how they're feeling, but it's giving maybe, again, a lack of confidence a little bit of uncertainty here. Could be affecting this person or you. Again, with the Gemini full moon energy, mental chaos, not being grounded. But once you focus on getting that grounding and make clear decisions on what you want to do, or make clear changes and adjustments, something here can absolutely be healed, rectified, reconciled. Something put back together is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, and it's kind of giving like someone is tired of some type of temporary relationships. They're tired of one night stands. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with someone who was involved in a lot of one night stands, which would indicate insecurity issues. Okay, as bad as people don't want to talk about that. Yeah. Nine of Cups. I feel like hearing from you or having a conversation here, a truthful, honest, in-depth, not beat around the bush conversation either, is going to bring a lot of clarity to a situation. I think you're going to be very satisfied with the outcome here, collective. I do. Again, whether you are closing a cycle or healing a cycle, y'all are going to have to make the choice. And again, I feel you're going to be unbothered either way it goes. It's like it's good one way or it's good the other way. it's kind of like having a win-win outcome regardless of how it goes. I just think a lot of y'all may possibly need to go ahead and get the courage to start these conversations, or someone else around you may need to get the courage to start these conversations in order to heal something here, so that this tough cycle can come to a close, you know, or that this conclusion can come to reach for this powerful change to be had, you know. And for some of y'all, it's giving, it went from, like, again, very temporary one night stand, hit it and quit it, friends with benefits, to something very serious. Maybe you weren't expecting this other person wasn't expecting this. Okay? And be very clear about what it is you guys desire and what it is that you want, because you can absolutely have it. It's very available, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, but I think I'm gonna leave this reading here. I hope this was okay. I hope that it wasn't all over the place. I hope you guys were able to take something from this in one way, shape, or form. It really, really means the world to me every time you guys do join these readings. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.